We've all been through the hassle of setting a password. It's either too short or too weak, or we didn't include a number, or we didn't include a symbol, and then finally, we come up with the perfect password. And so secure that we forget it. Why are passwords so complicated? Welcome, very important people, to another tech tip. Today's tip is about cybersecurity in honor of National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. That's a mouthful. And no, before I took this job, I didn't know that that was a thing. Getting right into it, let's talk about why you should have a different password for every single account. That's right. Everyone should have a different password. The reason being, because there are people out there who want your information, specifically your credit card information. If you notice on Amazon, your credit card information gets saved onto the site. So every time you log in to make a purchase, it's conveniently there in the checkout. Great, but consider the implications if something were to happen on a different site where you're using the same password.
Say you're using the same password for your Gmail that you're using for Amazon. Gmail gets hacked, whoever hacked it now has access to Amazon. And what is on Amazon? That's right, your credit card information. So you can see how this is a really big mess.
Meaning whoever has access to your Amazon site also has access to your credit cards. So if you're using the same password on Amazon that you're using on Netflix and Hulu and Spotify and eBay, you can see how this could be very, very bad for you. There are a whole bunch of ways that people can get your information, but I'm not really going to go into that today because I don't want you to become paranoid. I did a little bit of research, and let's just say I'm currently in the process of changing a lot of my passwords. So instead, let's talk about what makes a good password, because having a good password in the first place can save you a lot of this paranoia and frustration later on. So what makes a good password is, first of all, length. The minimum length your password should be to be secure is 16 characters. Second thing, uniqueness. Now I've talked about this a lot already. Your password should not be the same for every site. On top of that, they should also include a capital letter or numbers or a special symbol or something like that. There is a reason that very secure websites require you to have those things in your password, and it's actually for your own protection as a user. The third thing is randomness. Now, you could just think up a bunch of words and string them all together in some sort of nonsensical phrase. That's fine if you want to do that. But make sure that whatever password you decide on is not something that's super common. So avoid your birthday, avoid anniversaries, avoid pop culture references, avoid even using your pet's name. A secure password does not necessarily mean you will not get hacked, but the chances of you getting hacked are much smaller, and it's more likely to remain an isolated incident because your password will not be the same. So people trying to use the same password for different sites will not be able to get in to your other accounts. You're making sure that each one of your accounts is its own little safe with its own little combination. How are you supposed to remember a different password for every single site? Well, there's a hack for that. Get it? Okay. First off, there are plenty of subscription services that you can pay a yearly fee and they will save your information for you. But if you want to go the free option, Firefox and Google Chrome will both save your passwords securely. Those are the two that I know of. There may be other browsers that will do the same thing. I believe Safari on Mac. There's also the Notes app on your smartphone. Lastly, a few more tips. If you ever find yourself using a public computer, maybe at a library or in a school situation, make sure you log out. Log out of whatever applications or websites you were using before you turn the computer off. You don't want any of that information getting left on that computer, on that server, so just do yourself a favor and log out. Same thing goes for public Wi-Fi. If you're using public Wi-Fi, log out of anything with sensitive information. Generally, sites that deal with sensitive information like online banking, for instance, will time out after a short amount of time, but it never hurts to be cautious. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any suggestions for tech tips you would like to see in the future, feel free to drop those in the comments below. Thank you for watching.